Some lenders have actually dropped that requirement to 600, which is great. But here's the thing. If you have a 600 and you qualify, you're not going to get the best pricing. There's a little bit of a balancing tightrope here because if you need this HELOC in order to consolidate your debt and you've worked your way up to 600 or 640 or whatever it is, and you qualify, it might be in your best interest to just go ahead and do it and refinance it later when you do qualify for a better rate. But if you're not in a dire situation where you need this HELOC funds now, it might be better for you to boost your credit score a little bit, get it up to in the 700 range. That's where you're going to get the best pricing. And there's actually a lot of really good tips online, and we've compiled some of the best tips for you in a couple videos that we've made on this channel. The next mistake is an inverse of the previous mistake. It's waiting too long to get a HELOC. I know. But context really matters, okay? So depending on your situation, you may want to jump and get this HELOC ASAP before you're unable to. All right. And to illustrate this point, Jason's going to be hopping on and telling you guys a story about a case he had with a client that unfortunately didn't work out too well.
I had a couple apply for a HELOC and they were right on the edge with credit. Not perfect, but we had a path. And then about halfway through that process, tragedy struck and one spouse passed away. Like what looked like a tough but possible approval turned into a denial. And with only one income, they no longer qualified. Like life hits hard. And because timing was off, they lost the option. And I believe they eventually had to sell their home because it wasn't sustainable on one income. So the takeaway here is simple. Don't wait. The question isn't, do I need a HELOC today? It's, do I qualify today? Because when life happens, and it will, waiting leaves you scrambling. And most people in that situation end up leaning on credit cards, selling stock, or pulling from investment accounts. And that's expensive debt. That's extra taxes and money that could have stayed invested and working for them. Instead, a fixed rate HELOC gives you flexibility. It's if you don't need it, great. If something changes, you've got it ready. So don't. So the moral here or the story is don't wait for life to decide your options. Find out if you qualify now. If you don't, at least you know what you need to work on. That's why we share those credit tips in these other videos here. So you can be ready before life forces your hand. If you've got equity, decent credit, and a plan, hit the link in the notes. We'll run the exact numbers for your scenario and let you know where you stand. Because the worst case scenario isn't getting told no today. The worst case is getting told no when you need it the most.
The next mistake is mixing personal and investment use. A lot of people use HELOCs for their actual businesses, whether, for like cash flow purposes, because the business might have a lot of seasonality to it. A lot of people who get HELOCs also are just straight up real estate investors, right? They buy second, third, fourth, fifth properties. Maybe they have a portfolio of properties and they use a HELOC and they use a method called the BRRRR, the BRRR, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Yeah, they use this method to continually buy, renovate, rent out, and then pull equity, do it again and again and again and again. This was really popular like before the pandemic, when house prices were relative to now, more affordable and rates were really cheap. Um, but that doesn't mean that this method has gone away. You just have to work harder to find those deals. But the mistake that a lot of people make is mixing or commingling, that's a big word, those personal use funds and those investment use funds. And most HELOCs out there, they're not going to restrict you on what you can use that money for. Sure, you might get benefits for using it on certain things, but essentially it is your money that you can use whatever you want. That's the beauty and the flexibility of a HELOC. But that just means it's up to you to separate whether you're using that fund for personal or investment. If you get a HELOC and you're going to use it 100% for investment, then just stick with that. If you're going to get a HELOC for personal, okay, you can do that, but like be nice to your CPA. He's gonna want your receipts, and if you're gonna use if you're gonna use it for tax write-offs, then make sure you're keeping track of all the things that you're spending. And I get it. If you're a small business owner, I know what you guys are thinking. Like Jason and I are both sons of entrepreneurs. Like we get it. All right. But the risk of losing track at the end of the year when you're submitting all of your receipts to your CPA, it's not really worth it in my opinion. Like, hey, where's the receipt for this new dishwasher that you bought for your landscaping business? Right? Like, come on, man. IRS is not stupid, right? Like, they're gonna ask questions. So yeah, just keep a clear line. Don't mix personal investment use together. The next mistake is getting your HELOC at a big box bank, like those guys sitting behind the counter trying to sell you the HELOC. I don't know if you know this, but like they don't have to be licensed. They don't have to go through the trainings that we go through, the ethics training, the RESPA, the truth and lending. Like they don't have to do any of that. And I guess you can just trust that those huge banks have your best interest in mind, right? Like all right. And I don't know where you are in terms of how much you believe in capitalism or not, but just know that brokers and mortgage originators like us at the Clear Close, we are mandated by the government, the federal government, to have the borrower's best interest in mind. Whether that means getting you guys the best pricing, right? Like we're brokers, so we have access to like hundreds of lenders, so we can shop around for you. We have to make sure that whatever deal we do for you, it's for your net benefit. And you might be coming to us for a HELOC, but after we get talking, maybe HELOC is not the best option for you. Maybe you need a DSCR loan, if you're an investor, or there's a bunch of different products out there like non-qualified mortgage loans that may help you achieve the goal that you need. And you're not going to get that at a big box bank. You're going to get that from people like us, the Clear Close. All right. The next one is, let's not forget about taxes. All right. Everyone forgets about taxes until it's tax season. So you may have heard that HELOCs can have some sort of tax benefits, but it really depends on what you use it for. There are going to be some use cases where you can include it in your write offs, but there are going to be some cases where you can, obviously, like personal expenses. So, talk to your CPA, talk to your tax professional. We are not tax professionals or CPAs, so definitely you need to talk with your people about that. But tax exemptions and tax write offs do exist when you use a HELOC for certain activities. We've talked about this in other parts of this video, but essentially don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay. All right. That was 10 mistakes that people make for their HELOC. But we have one more. We have a bonus one. Thank you for sticking around all the way up to here. And this one is maybe by far the most important. The final mistake that people make is not being well positioned to get a HELOC. What I mean by this is if you're not financially disciplined, then consider pumping the brakes for a second. Like, let's say you do qualify for the HELOC, like you make a lot of money and you buy a lot of stuff. So you want to take out a HELOC and borrow money to buy more stuff. Um, I don't know if that's the best thing for you, right? Like maybe you need to reduce your spending first and then get a little tighter control on that instead of borrowing money or do something else to earn more money. Might sound more difficult, but in the long run, putting yourself into more debt to buy more stuff isn't really sustainable. Now, if you are a position where you do need a HELOC to consolidate debts, I think that's a great way to utilize a HELOC. It's on the other side of the spectrum, so there's the investor and then there's a person who wants to consolidate their debts. And HELOC can be a solution to both of those. So like if you are the person that wants to consolidate debt and you can qualify right now, a HELOC is an amazing option for you because I can almost guarantee that the rate that you get from a HELOC is going to be way better than the high interest credit card or even that high interest personal loan that you've gotten. And overall, that's going to give you a chance to get your feet back under you and retake possession and retake control of your finances and just be able to better manage yourself. And as long as you're committed to financial discipline, then you should definitely do this. So for people on both sides of that spectrum, whether you're an investor, whether you're trying to get out of high interest debt, I think the question that you need to ask yourself before you get a HELOC, in order to avoid this mistake, is: will getting this HELOC put me in a better financial position than I am in right now? And if that answer is no, then, then don't do it, right? But if the answer is yes, let's schedule a call. We'll guide you to the right path, whether it's a HELOC, whether it's a cash out refi, whether if it's a DSCR loan. We have the products that can help you as a homeowner to achieve whatever financial goals that you have. As long as you qualify, and there's always that caveat. You have to qualify for these things. It's not free money. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos just like this. But before you go, help us grow the channel by giving the video a like and a comment, or share it with someone that you know. And if you want to watch the full video, you can use the link on the left. Or if you want to watch more clips like this, use the link on the right.